everybody, welcome back to this week's episode of Mint Out of the Box. I'm your host, the godfather of toys, the J-Bomb, bringing you the only action figure unboxing show on YouTube that combines my 40 plus years of hands-on action figure collecting. As you can see today, we are back. Hopefully you all saw my video I did last week because we weren't here in the studio. We were on the road and actually coming home from Colorado when we usually film. But we released a little video that showed our exploits on the road, our toy hunting, our baseball gaming, everything we pretty much did in Colorado. So I hope you guys check that video out. And by the number of views on there, not many of you have. So if you can, go back in there, check it out. I am joined always by the sexiest, loveliest, big-breasted co-producer of all action figure unboxing, the lovely one, Producer Steph. Producer Steph, how are you doing this week?
Oh, I'm good.
Are you? Are you good?
I'm a little good today.
Just a little?
Yes.
Yeah, we had an adventurous day. I actually took a Sunday off and went and had breakfast. It was a lovely start to the morning. Then things went sideways, but as always, we battled through all those things, and here we are. So today, I was sitting there about 15 minutes before we started to film, and I was like, what am I going to do today? Because I have...
Not clean the garage.
I tried cleaning the garage. But I have so much stuff that's been coming in the mail. Like, all this stuff is kind of funny. We went through that period where I was getting down here telling you guys, not a lot out right now, not a lot out. And now everything's out. Our bedroom is filled. The garage is filled. I had to buy 4 big bins to put stuff in, and that wasn't enough, so I bought 4 more today. And then we're actually gonna remodel my our bedroom. So I gotta take some stuff out of there too.
Bye bye Randall pictures.
Bye bye wife. The Randall photos go nowhere. Is that what we're gonna fight about? The Randall photos?
Never.
So I decided this week, as I like to not only be topical, but I like to mix in a little bit of a history and stuff sometimes with it. I decided to do a Hulk Hogan episode. Everybody in the world, whether you're a wrestling fan or not, everybody knows who Hulk Hogan is. Someone says pro wrestling and automatically, especially if you're around my age, but
or even my age.
Producer Steph, who is well younger than me, knows who Hulk Hogan is. Hulk Hogan, I mean, if you're not a hardcore wrestling fan, he has been around before. But in December of 1983, when he captured the WWF Championship over the Iron Sheik, kicked off Hulkamania, and that pretty much started it all. And a lot of, for it's kind of weird, they didn't make a lot of figures for him for a while, but now it's like, just, it's on. So
this Money in the Bank figures.
Obviously. So I got this Ringside exclusives Hulk Hogan NWO Red and Black Wolfpack, and then I also picked up this, Producer Steph actually picked up this Hulk Hogan Ultimate that's in Targets right now with the Mr. T. Gets this kind of his look from WrestleMania 1, which was a huge event.
What year?
1985. Well before your time. Oh, 1 year. You're 1 year old when this happened?
No, I asked because like the yellow boots and Speedo is what I remember when I think of Hulk Hogan.
That's the main Hulk Hogan. I just noticed something on here that was bothering me. It says his finishing move is the atomic leg drop. Never heard it called that. But that's neither here nor there. And there's also another fan favorites or fan takeover Ultimate that was on Amazon that I waited for a year for and didn't get. I had to go buy it from a dude in a parking lot, as that's been happening a lot lately.
You and your parking lots.
So, but they're available on Amazon again, and I'm supposed to have another one coming next week. So, let's hope. That one is the Hulk Hogan, kind of his last WWE run when he won the title against Yokozuna. Held it for a couple months and lost it back to Yokozuna. But like, this is the heyday Hulk Hogan. This was in 1996. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash went to WCW, and said, we're the NWO, we're taking over. They had a 6-man match, and they didn't have a partner. And then when everything went crazy at the end, Hulk Hogan came out seemingly to save the day and shocked the world when he turned on Sting and Macho Man and joined the NWO. And he went from being the biggest baby face on the planet to the biggest heel on the planet, and it worked because Hulk Hogan got another 5-6 years out of his career when he pretty much broken down and really couldn't do a whole lot. But again, Hulk Hogan is somebody that transcended wrestling. He's transcended entertainment. He's bigger than all that. And there's a few people in sports. You got like Babe Ruth. You have Muhammad Ali. Hulk Hogan. They transcend all that stuff. They're bigger than the actual thing they represent. But that brings us today. So I'm going to open this up real quick. I was actually smart while we were setting up today and pre-opened everything. Ringside Collectibles, they're a little bit pricey sometimes for an individual figure, but it's exclusive and you gotta pay money for exclusivity. It comes with this Nitro backdrop, so you can set it up and put the Hulkster out there with the old Nitro. If you're like me, and it's hard to believe that the 90s was so long ago, the Monday Night Wars, 96, 97, 98, 99. By 2000, when WCW went under, to me, wrestling kind of died then. It's never really been the same. As a lifelong fan, I never got into that to the ruthless aggression era, they call it, when Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton and Batista, I never got into any of that. I didn't watch any of it. Here and there. When WCW died and the competition died, it seemed like wrestling died. I look at WWE now and I don't understand how people watch it. It's not wrestling to me anymore. I don't know what it is. It's like a TV show about wrestling. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Like I remember my parents used to look at me and go, "Why do you watch this crap?" So like if I walked in and saw someone watching that now, I'd walk in and go, "Why are you watching this crap? It's horrible." I like AEW because they actually do a little more wrestling, but it's just sometimes it's not very entertaining. So well, anyway, as you see, it's got a lot of rubber bands. Get the classic big gold belt. And I know I'm going to come off sound like an ass, and I'm a little bit too nitpicky, but this isn't the belt that Hogan had.
Which one did he have then?
He had this style belt, but up here it has the WWF scratch logo on it. He didn't have that. And I know it's nitpicky, but I paid $35 for this figure. You pay $30 for these figures. Keep them accurate. If you want to just put whatever out on the shelf, that's what the $10 figures are for, and that's fine. When you pay this kind of money, like the Ringside exclusives Cactus Jack that I opened. Great figure, but Cactus Jack never held that version of the tag team title belt.
Or even the Junkyard Dog, you were spazzing out over the color of his tights.
And I know
on the variant.
I know it's nitpicky stuff. Damn. Took the Hulkster out here and he got bald.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
So, as you guys can see, I shaved too. I don't look like Charles Manson anymore.
Well.
So, I mean, it's a super detailed figure all the way down. You got the NWO red and black shirt with the wolf pack, the NWO boots. I mean, that stuff's detailed, and like I said, the belt thing is a little nitpicky, but
like, what if the shirt would have been a different color, but still NWO? Would it still be nitpicky?
Yeah,
for you?
What? Maybe, but people like. I don't know. I'm someone, as you can tell, doesn't mind spending money on things. And like I'll take for example the starting lineup figures. There was 5 or 6 poses, and it just depended on who they decided to put that figure in a pose. But they were mass produced, and it was the 80s, and you know what you're getting. Now, if there was a starting lineup figure that at those times was like a $4.99, $5.99 price point, if at that time they said, here's a starting lineup figure that's $19.99, same size, same scale, I'd want something a little bit different. If you're doing something like this,
which you're going to drop this month in September, the new starting lineups.
Oh yeah, and that's gonna be interesting to see what happens. But as you see here, I've opened up some Ultimates before. Typical Ultimate. The cool thing for me on this one,
and I still can't get over the hands. Why so many hands?
Yeah, 3 sets of hands. But you have.
Here we go. Not to be nitpicky, but
I know they had to do it, but on the top it says WWE and not WWF. I understand why they have to. It just hurts because
it's your childhood.
But that's not even that. This is an Ultimate Edition. You would think they could have made some kind of deal with the World Wildlife Fund to, hey, you know, can some stuff get grandfathered in? We can't do it going forward, but if we do anything in the past, can we fix it? This is I like this belt. This is we talked about in some of my belt-ish episodes before. This style belt came out around 85, and this style belt has been used countless. I mean, I don't know if I did the AWA tag. Oh no, the NWA National belt that I reviewed, the really crappy one I got.
I think the actual belt?
Yes, and then the really good one that I got in replacement. This is the exact same, actually with the national belt, the exact same color scheme, cuts and everything. This style belt was used for the national title, the NWA TV title, the Pacific Northwest Heavyweight Championship, the AWA Tag Team Championship, the World Class Americas Championship. I know there's probably a couple more I'm forgetting, but this style belt was used everywhere from 85, 86, 87. It was everywhere. But it's cool because every once in a while they make these figures. Like today I picked up the Ricky Steamboat. I've already had it, but it was the first time they released the WCW TV belt, which is I thought was kind of crappy at the time. And if you look at it, it's kind of not... kind of crappy, but I've kind of learned to like it over the years. WWE's belts are so crappy now that those old belts kind of just look better by just time go. They don't have to do anything; they just get better because these other ones that make are so crappy.
So is he more bald than one of the other heads?
Actually, it looks like it. No.
It's about the same.
Nah, it's about the same. It's just this one has the headband. The one it comes with has the headband. But I think the headband comes off because it has a rubber band on here to hold it in.
Okay.
But he comes with the classic necklace that Andre the Giant ripped off in Piper's Pit. He said you throw the belt on him. He comes with a Red Hulkamania shirt. And bam, you got Hulk Hogan 1986.
So, I don't remember him from 86.
Yeah, I do. Because 86, 87, 88, that was like I'd always watch wrestling here and there. Because WWF was on at midnight on Channel 9 in California. And me being up at midnight on Saturday night wasn't always a given till I became like a teenager. I would catch in the afternoon sometimes World Class Wrestling, NWA Wrestling here. I'd watch it here and there. But when Hulk Hogan hit, I remember him being on A-Team, and I remember the Saturday Night's Main Event and WrestleMania 2. By WrestleMania 2, me and the Belt Doctor were like hooked. We used to go home from school every day and watch his copy of WrestleMania 2 that he made on that he recorded on VHS, and also had Weird Science on there, so we'd watch WrestleMania and Weird Science like every day. And then we'd go to the when we stayed the night at my house, we'd go to the video house over by Thrifty's, which is weird because I ended up buying a house right behind the video house, and I'd always go there and rent adult features. But we'd go there and we rented every wrestling Coliseum home video wrestling that you could. They had a few like NWA, AWA tapes. We rented all of them. We'd watched. I mean, we ended up getting them 2, 3, 4 times, watch them over and over again. And then the Belt Doctor also had the WWF's greatest title matches, which had Hulk Hogan versus Paul Orndorff from Toronto, which was a cool match. Tito Santana versus Macho Man, where Macho Man won the IC belt. And then a tag team title encounter between the Dream Team of Brutus Beefcake and Greg Valentine defended against the Hillbillies. So we watched that over and over again.
Hey, what did we do last Thursday?
Huh?
What did we do last Thursday?
Drove to Colorado?
No. The blank stare. It blows my mind how you remember not only the year, the match, the main event, like every little thing from 30 plus years ago. And then I asked you, hey, what did we do on Thursday? And it's like, huh?
Well, we drove to Colorado. I mean, after we asked what I did Wednesday, I don't know.
Colorado was 2 weeks ago.
We'll see. And if any of you are so inclined, go to the No Filter network. Check out the Bill Collector. I made a pretty good appearance this week on there. And we talked about this very thing, how life is so mundane as you get to be an adult and the days just blend together. But what she just talked about, how special those times were and how into those things you were and how they're so ingrained into you because it was that's such a good time. And me and him really hit a lot on that subject.
It was a great podcast.
And this is why I do what I do, because it's not about, like I said, people come in here and go, wow, look at all this money. It has nothing to do with that. I love it when someone comes in here and picks up something and go, man, I had this. I got this for my 5th birthday. I got this for my 7th birthday. Oh, I used to have this, and this. And I love hearing people tell me those stories. Like, that's why I do this. That's why I do the show. That's why I collect. That's why I reach out to other collectors. That's why me and the Bill Collector have such a good time when we get on each other's shows and cut it up. I'm actually going to have him, hopefully, pretty soon again on my show, so we can talk about some other things in person. There's a couple different directions I want to go with some certain things. But like I said, and wrestling was so big in my life back then, and the action figures and all that, the large LJN figures, the AWA Remco figures, all that stuff. And it's just so crazy because like I look at these 2 Hulk Hogan figures and these 2 belts, and if like somebody could like take these figures right now and go back in time 35 years and give them to me, like I would have thought these were the greatest things in the world, because like this Hulk Hogan would be the Hulk Hogan pretty much currently, and I'd be like, oh my, the belt's it looks just like the belt on TV. It looks just like it. I would be freaking out. Just like when I showed some of the replica belts that I've shown, that if someone went back in time and handed me even one of the WWF Shop Zone belts, I would have been like, this is the greatest thing I own. I mean, I will never own anything this spectacular.
Until you got me as a wife.
Till I got her as a wife. So on that note, producer Steph, anything else you'd like to add?
Nope. Go check out the podcast on No Filter. It was really good.
Yeah, you can scroll down. It has all the hosts on there. You'll see I have a host page on there, but I haven't done a podcast yet.
We're getting there.
We're working on it.
I think we worked on that a lot last night.
Actually, we did. So, but like I said, check out the Bill Collector. He does show twice a week. He's doing one probably as we speak right now. So check out his show. He talks a lot about baseball cards, baseball stuff. Just a very entertaining guy. You've seen him on here with me. So check out his show. Check out our appearance together. We kind of got that magic together. So
Hey.
Hey. Not like the magic we got. Because
Okay.
ours translates into other places. Go rewind a little bit and go back to the Video House adult film story. So, with that, I will say goodbye for this week. Producer Steph, please say goodbye.
See you later.
Have a good one, guys. We'll see you next time.